to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. It is the weekend before Christmas, and I'm sure we're in a place where many Americans would like to be, warm, sunny Miami, for this game between the San Francisco 49ers and the Miami Dolphins. Glad to have you with us here on this afternoon as we bring you Saturday football on the ULTRASPORT Network. Tua Tagovailoa leads the home team against Brock Purdy and the away team. Packed house here at Hard Rock Stadium as we get set to get underway in this iconic venue, which has hosted so many major events from around the world in addition to football. Copa America Championship game earlier this year, as well as the annual F1 race. One of my personal favorite venues in the NFL, and we're here for coverage of our second to final week that we'll have football here on ULTRASPORT. We won't have Week 18 coverage, but we'll get into that later. This return is carried out to the 27. That'll bring out Tua Tagovailoa. Tagovailoa was injured earlier this season, replaced by Skylar Thompson, but was able to make his way back. 29 touchdowns last season for number one, who looks to get into the playoffs with Miami. They are in the playoff picture after a bit of a rough start to the season. Dolphins have managed to claw their way back into this. 49ers also in the playoff picture, and mind you, these are ULTRASPORT standings we're going off of, as Tagovailoa is going to throw this out of bounds. Miami going into this one 8-6, 6th in the AFC ranking. San Francisco is 7th in the NFC, so if the playoffs were to start today, those would be their seeds. And again, I say these are ULTRASPORT standings. Bear with me. 2nd and 10 on the 27. Tagovailoa. Pass will be caught here by Jonnu Smith. He gets up to Miami's 39. First successful pass of the day, giving the Dolphins a first down here in the early going. Again, Miami on their own 39. The snap. Tagovailoa now with a handoff, and it's going to be a loss of 1. Taken back to the 38 there, as the Dolphins find themselves on 2nd down for the 2nd time in a row, hoping to avoid 3rd. There's the snap. Again, going for the handoff. It looks like it might pay off this time. Devon Achane gets all the way up to the 49. It's going to be a first down for Miami. Dolphins forced to 2nd down on the first 2 sets of downs of this game. Managed, of course, to convert both times. And they're now past the 50, although just barely. Going for a passing play here, and he manages to get through up to the 39. 2nd and inches there for Jalen Waddle. His first catch of the day. Getting up to the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. There's the snap on 2nd and inches. Handoff here. He manages to spin through, but there will be a flag on the play. And it is holding against Miami. Foul on the offense will make it 2nd and 7. Dolphins losing some yards there. They're on the 46. There's the snap. Handoff here to Achane, and he's down on the 42. Gain of 4, and it's his 3rd rush of the day. Total of 16 yards. But again, we're obviously in the very early going. Might not be worthwhile bringing up stats at this point. 3rd and 3, again on the 42. Tyreek Hill moving as we see the handoff. Can he get through? Yes, just barely. was able to get a foot over the line, and as we have just over a minute to go in the first quarter, the Dolphins are able to pick up a first down. They're back on the 39. Would have been there already if not for that foul, that flag. Now going for a passing play. Tagovailoa steps back, and he's going to run it past the 35, slides down on the 32 for a gain of 7. Second down coming up for the Dolphins. Couple plays to go here in the first quarter. Glad to have you with us again. There's the snap on 2nd and 3. Handoff here, and it's going to be 3rd and 2. Got a gain of 1, Dinachan. And that, I believe, is going to take us into quarter number 2. Scoreless in the early going at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. 4, 3, 2, 1. They do get the snap, and past the 20, up to the 13 as we go to the second quarter. Still scoreless. Back here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it is 1st and 10 on the 13 for the Dolphins. The home team advancing that far into the red zone on a literal last-second play in the first quarter. Now looking to get the first score of the game here against San Francisco. Chances are pretty high that they will. Toss to Achan. He moves in, but it doesn't look like he's gotten very far. Only 1 yard. Getting up to the 12 is Devon Achan, and that is going to make it 2nd down and 9 for the Miami Dolphins as Kyle Shanahan watches from the sidelines. 49ers and the Dolphins both trying to get in the playoffs here. We've only got a couple weeks to go in this NFL season as the pass will be caught by Jalen Waddle. Touchdown Dolphins, and he's going to waddle in the end zone as he puts the home team in the lead to start off this second quarter. Tagovailoa and company now off the field as we see the look of dismay on the face of Kyle Shanahan, but it is to be expected. This is the very first possession of the game. We haven't even seen the 49ers with the ball yet. So it is under ULTRASPORT 4-minute quarter rules. 12 plays, 71 yards, 4 minutes and 25 seconds of game time on that scoring drive for Miami. And for the first time here again, San Francisco going to get a chance and hoping to equalize. Beautiful day here at Hard Rock Stadium, but of course we are in Miami. Pretty much every day down here is quite a good one weather-wise. As I said at the top of the broadcast, this is a place where I'm sure many Americans would like to be right now, especially in the Midwest up north. Brock Purdy making his way out with the offensive line. Purdy in 2023 had 31 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and 4,280 yards in a season where he led the 49ers to the Super Bowl. San Francisco unable to come away with a victory there as Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs bested them. And they were the number 1 seed that season, I believe. They will not be if they make the playoffs here. They may not even make it. Pass caught as we get underway. It's going to be a gain of 6. Garendo moves San Francisco up to the 33 on that play. That's Tua Tagovailoa watches from the sidelines. Again, 2nd and 4. There's the snap. Purdy finds a receiver. It's Deebo Samuel. He's past the 50 and up to the 42. 25-yard gain there for San Francisco as Samuel gets his first catch of the day. And the last time we saw San Francisco here on this network, it was a couple weeks ago, Levi's Stadium, the California clash against the Los Angeles Rams. San Francisco, I believe, walking away with the victory on that one to go 2 for 2. We actually covered both 49ers-Rams games this season, like we will do with the Packers and the Vikings, and I'll get into that at halftime, the remainder of our coverage for this season. Pass caught here by George Kittle. 49ers going to gain a 3 there on the 39 now. Samuel on that last play, moving San Francisco past the 50. Coming up to the 2-minute warning here. They've got time for maybe one play. 5, 4, 3. There's the snap. Hand it off here. And that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 49ers get up to the 32, and with 2 minutes to go before halftime, it is 7-0 in favor of Miami. At the half, we're going to be announcing the plan for the rest of our regular season coverage here. I said that we only had a couple weeks left. We won't be covering Week 18. I'll get into that. College football playoff starts this weekend as well. Our coverage of the playoff starts next weekend. It is a week from today, December 28th, when we will bring you that first bowl game. And we'll carry it through all the way to the national championship. University of Miami, who also plays here at Hard Rock, just barely missing out on this new 12-team playoff, as Kittle is going to go down at the 14. Brock Purdy, 52 yards on this possession as the 49ers enter the red zone. Here's the replay. Kittle, you could see, fired up on the celebration. Tua Tagovailoa with Ingold and Tyreek Hill on the sidelines. Just over a minute to go here in the second quarter. 49ers on the verge of scoring. There's the snap. Purdy steps back, trying to avoid a sack, and he's going to have to throw it out of bounds. You can see the threat out in the open there, and he couldn't find a receiver. Has to stop the clock here and sacrifice a down, but it's better to be 2nd and 10 than 2nd and 20, or however far back he had gone. Purdy waiting. Pass will be caught. That is Deebo Samuel for a gain of 6, and that'll move San Francisco up to the 8. 3rd and 4. Dolphins hoping to push the opponent to 4th down. Question there is, do you go for the field goal or gamble on the touchdown? Cross that bridge when it comes as Purdy throws us into the end zone, and the pass is caught by number 15, Jawan Jennings, the wide receiver. San Francisco with that tying touchdown, though I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to a booth review, because as you can see here, he was kind of deep in the end zone. And it looks from this angle like he got both feet down, but we'll see what the officials have to say. You can hear some faint boos from the crowd here at Hard Rock Stadium. There it is. I knew this was going to happen. We are going to a booth review on the previous play, and let's see what they decide. You can see he steps out there. I think he's got it, but let's see. And I have just been informed that the call stands. It is 7-6. San Francisco keep the touchdown, and they will now set up for the point after. Kick is up, and it's good. 7-7 with 37 seconds to go. 9 plays, 73 yards, 2 minutes, 50 seconds of game time. We're seeing some longer scoring drives here than we usually do. These teams usually able to put it away a bit quicker. Miami took 12 plays. San Francisco with 9 here. Again, 37 seconds remaining, and all 3 timeouts remaining as well for both teams. This will be the second possession for Miami as San Francisco score on their first. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're unfamiliar with ULTRASPORT rules, here you go. There's the kick, and this is going to be taken out past the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, and can he get up to the 30? Doesn't look like it. Down at the 29, Devon Achan here today, 40 yards from 7 rushes. 32 seconds in the half, and again at halftime we're going to be making some scheduling announcements as Tua Tagovailoa returns to the field. You can see him talking things over with the crew here, so to speak. There's the snap. Setting up to pass here. Couldn't get it away in the way he would have liked to. Some interference from the defense, but still able to get it to Devon Achan for 9 yards. 2nd and 1 as the Dolphins move up to their own 38, and we'll be hoping to maneuver a quick score in the seconds they have left before the half. Miami got the ball to start this, so it'll be San Francisco receiving in half number 2. He's past the 50, down on the 47. Jonnu Smith moves Miami past the 50 as the Dolphins use their second timeout of 3. Here's the replay. Tyreek Hill is downfield as well, but Smith gets the catch. He's taken down a bit out of bounds in this beautiful Miami weather. You can just see from this angle the sun coming down on the field. There's that shadow of the roof structures. You can also see afternoon here in South Florida. Tagovailoa is going to throw it out of bounds. 2nd and 10 on the 47 coming up for the Dolphins. So again, we'll have the halftime show coming to you in a matter of moments, in a matter of 16 or so seconds. And we're going to go through our scheduling plans for the rest of the season there. Also take a look at the playoff picture as Tagovailoa breaks through here, down on the 43 as the Dolphins use their last timeout. 9 seconds to go, and this is the time to go long, in my opinion at least. May call me a bit chaotic, but it is what it is. 3rd and 6 on the 43. There's the snap. Tagovailoa stays in place, fires it away. Pass is caught! Touchdown, Dolphins! Incredible execution to give Miami the lead with seconds before halftime. Jalen Waddle makes the catch. It's his 2nd touchdown catch today. Look at this. That's thrown from around the 48 or so, but it's caught at around the 2. Waddle into the end zone with those couple yards, and there it is. Miami going into the lead, 3 seconds to go before the half. What a way to cap off the second quarter. Kyle Shanahan, again with that look of disappointment on his face. Dolphins have taken the lead, and that's going to help them because San Francisco will be getting the ball at the start of the second half. 5 plays, 71 yards, 29 seconds of game time, as we see an interesting view of the end zone. I don't know why they always cut to the sleeping cameraman there, but it is what it is. Brock Purdy on the sidelines. He's not going to have much time out on the field. Well, he will in the 3rd quarter, but not here before the half. This possession may as well be a simple formality. and yet still practicing on the sidelines. As we get set here, Sanders with the kick, and it's gone high for a touchback. 49ers out to the 30. And I'm not going to write off anything. We could see them tie this before the half. Who knows? Miami got lucky on that Hail Mary pass. Who's to say the away team can't do the same? 1st and 10 on the 30. The snap. Waiting. There's the throw. And it's incomplete. We go to the halftime show 14-7 in favor of Miami. So as we get halftime underway, I've mentioned it throughout this broadcast, but here's a look at the playoff picture as of Wednesday night. The Dolphins, as you can see, are 6th in the American Football Conference. They have an 8-6 record, hoping to go 9-6 here this afternoon. 49ers come into this 9-5, and they are 7th in the NFC, the team that won the conference championship last season and made it to the Super Bowl only to lose, may not even have a chance to get to the playoffs if they lose the next couple of games. Speaking of the near future, here's a look at the remainder of the regular season schedule for 2024 here on ULTRASPORT. Again, no coverage of the final week, but Christmas Eve will have 3 games for you. The Chiefs take on the Pittsburgh Steelers, Kansas City, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Then we'll be in Houston as the Baltimore Ravens battle the Texans, 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific, again, p.m. And then Christmas Eve night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, the Seahawks take on the Bears from Soldier Field. We finish out the regular season with a huge NFC North matchup. As I said, we covered the first one at Lambeau Field. We're going to be at US Bank Stadium on the afternoon of December 28th as the Green Bay Packers take on the Minnesota Vikings. 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Players starting to get back onto the field, so let's return here to Hard Rock Stadium as the action continues between the 49ers and the Dolphins. (14-7) in favor of the Miami Dolphins. They took the lead just before halftime, and now San Francisco will be looking to get the equalizer, the tying touchdown. As we see the kick, it will be returned, of course, by the 49ers. This is taken out past the 15, the 20, and down on the 24. As we get underway, Brock Purdy making his way back out in a contest that really at this point could be anyone's game. Is it going to be San Francisco? Is it going to be Miami? It's a question that will be answered in the next 15, 30 minutes or so. 66 passing yards today for Brock Purdy, 73 total yards for the 49ers as a whole. Purdy a bit boxed in here perhaps. He slides down on the 30 for a gain of 5 and getting into a bit of a confrontation with a member of Miami's defense. Again, a gain of 5 there. So 2nd down and 5 more coming up. As Purdy goes for the rush himself. There's the snap. Handoff here. And it is going to be a gain of 3. 49ers up to the 32, but now they're on 3rd down. And the Dolphins will be hoping for the turnover here. Tagovailoa, you can see on the sidelines. Both of these teams, we saw the playoff picture. They're trying to keep their heads above water as we come to the end of the season. Purdy goes for another rush himself, and that is going to be 4th down for San Francisco. The stop is made, and a poor choice of plays means the 49ers will almost certainly have to punt. Tua Tagovailoa getting ready to return, unless they decide to go for it here. Still too early for that, as we see the punter make his way out. kick is up, and this is going to be a touchback. Fair catch called behind the 5. Jalen Waddle with 2 touchdowns today. He's had both of Miami's end zone deliveries. Maybe a third is in the pipeline. We'll find out. Dolphins again out to the 20 on that touchback. Tagovailoa talks things over for the first play of the second half. And I believe that's the first possession today which did not end in a score. Tyreek Hill has the ball here. He spins through but gets caught right after. Gain of 4 to make it 2nd and 6 as Miami gets this new possession underway. Beautiful day here at Hard Rock Stadium. We're glad that you have joined us in sunny South Florida. What a place to spend the holidays. 105 passing yards for Tua Tagovailoa today. 2nd and 6 on the 24. Pass will be caught here by Jonnu Smith. He'll get up to the 31 as the Dolphins pick up a first down. Still have quite a ways to go if they want to score, but there's also some merit in running down the clock. They have the lead, and the second touchdown here is going to put San Francisco even farther behind, and maybe the thing the Dolphins need to secure the win here, as this is a poorly placed handoff for a loss of 1. Floyd takes down Beckham Jr. What was I saying? The advantage of that second touchdown. But you also may want to run down the clock. 2nd and 11 on the 31. There's the snap. And this is going to be caught by Achon, but it's going to be a loss of 3. Better to be incomplete, as Miami now, with a minute to go in the third quarter, are on 3rd and 14. Mike McDaniel looking frustrated on the sidelines. They'll need a long pass for this one, I think. Not really any other way. A run is unreliable. Moving into passing formation, but he's throwing it to Achon and didn't go farther down the field there. Should have picked someone else. Should have picked somewhere else. And the second possession of the third quarter also ends in a 4th down. There's the replay. 4th and 5. So it looks like the Dolphins will punt as well. San Francisco back in this game. Bit of a threat with Miami holding the ball there, but now they are going to have a chance to tie it up. The advantage still is with the Dolphins because they'll get the ball whether or not San Francisco scores or doesn't, and that'll be an opportunity for another touchdown. So if you're the 49ers, you've got to be relying on both your offense and your defense here. 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. That's time, of course, for at least one play since the clock is stopped. George Kittle is on the move. Pass will be caught here for a gain of 7, and that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Miami 14, San Francisco 7. Back here at Hard Rock Stadium, 49ers have the ball. 2nd and 3 on their own 27 as we get the fourth quarter underway. There's the snap to Purdy. He will find number 15, Jawan Jennings, who had a touchdown earlier today, only touchdown that San Francisco has had so far. But they look for one more to tie this up. 14-7 in favor of the Dolphins, who will be hoping to run down the clock and keep San Francisco away from the end zone if they can't get them to a fourth down. Handoff here, and it's going to be taken up to the 47. 2nd and inches for San Francisco. Almost got all the way past the line on that one play, but they'll need a bit more. Not much distance to the first down as the 49ers move quickly up the field here. Purdy's running for his life. Down at the 35. That sack may be quite a variable. 3rd and 12 thanks to Jordan Brooks, and now Miami could be preparing to turn the tables in their favor. Here's the replay. 2 on him. Down goes Purdy. 49ers back to the 35, and if they can't get a well-placed pass here, this very well may be Miami's game to win. The seconds ticking down as we speak. As we wait for the snap, there it is. Purdy steps back, goes down again! Robinson gets the sack. 4th and 23, San Francisco back to the 24. 2 sacks in a row, and the Miami Dolphins may have just secured the victory. Chop Robinson with the 2nd sack in a row. Down goes Purdy once again. And it's the 4th quarter. They may try to turn it over, to keep going, I should say. 4th and 23. As we come to the 2-minute warning, no, they aren't going to punt. Kicked around the 14. And this is going to go all the way for a touchback. So Tua Tagovailoa will make his way out with 2:14 to play in this game. The Dolphins hoping to clinch the win here. Just need to hold on for over 2 minutes for a home victory a few days before Christmas in front of this capacity crowd at Hard Rock Stadium. We're glad that you've joined us here this afternoon as the Dolphins try to close this one out. Tagovailoa with the pass there, and I believe that was Beckham Jr. That moves them up to the 30. It's 2nd and inches as the 2-minute warning kicks in. 14-7. 2 minutes to go here at Hard Rock Stadium, which we're getting a great view of here. 3 games on Christmas Eve as our coverage for the regular season wraps up. We will do the playoffs. We'll have the announcements for that, for the schedule there, as the NFL continues to reveal stuff. But we will be stopping regular season coverage after the Vikings-Packers game a week from today, as we pivot now to coverage of the college football playoff, and wait until the playoffs to come back on the air with the NFL. 49ers take their 2nd timeout, 2nd and 4 here for Miami. And eventually they're going to get to the point where it's just kneeling. And that will be all. In ULTRASPORT terms, I suppose it's rather a low-scoring game, only 14-7. But Miami able to pull away with the victory here as Achan gets up to the 42. There's the final timeout for San Francisco. 1:49 to play here at this venue, which has hosted Formula One, tennis, international soccer, WrestleMania, Super Bowls. Countless events have been played here at this stadium site in Miami, which underwent renovations a few years ago. There is the first kneel. And we're now just playing the waiting game here in Miami. So there is still a good chunk of time left on the clock. You never know if they won't be able to cover it all. Second and 11. Running down the play clock here too. This is going to be an actual play. Achan is down for no gain, no loss. Dolphins stay on the 41 as we enter the final minute. And now third and 11. You might want to go for the first down here. Nah, there's going to be enough time. Kneeling formation once more. And that is going to take us away. The final score here at Hard Rock Stadium, Miami 14, San Francisco 7. We thank you for joining us here this afternoon. When we see you next, it will be Christmas Eve. But until then, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, we say goodbye and good night. One more punt with 5 seconds. And that will be all.